Well, hello everyone. How we doing? Look, naked nails. But darn it, they look good. Okay. So hi everybody. I'm Stacy of Stacy's Sassy Styles. I am not a Color Street stylist. I'm a Color Street addict. That's all. And I'm happy to be in that addict space. I love it. I love my addict friends. I love changing my nails. Normally at least twice a week there'll be a new video for you with some kind of hopefully inspiring style or color combination. Maybe just one nail catches your attention, and that's my goal. Something to inspire you to keep your Color Street love going. Maybe right now you're only doing the nails as they come and you're thinking, what can I do to jazz things up and turn my Color Street into my own thing? And that's hopefully what I'm here to inspire you to do. So if you are new here, hi, welcome to the crazy. You'll enjoy it. We're good entertainment. If you are not new here, thanks for coming back. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps a lot to get me into YouTube's crazy algorithm. Give me a like, drop a comment, whatever suits ya. So I realized of all my 180 some videos, we had never just put Color Street on. So I know all my addicts here. I know you guys. But what if we want to bring in new addicts? Which of course we do. We always want to bring in new friends. So I thought, how about we do something to help our new friends out? Because maybe they got their set as a gift. Maybe they got their set at like, what do you call it? I just knocked my straw flying. Maybe they got their set like at a craft show or something and didn't know how to put them on. Hadn't used Color Street before. So now they've come to YouTube and they're wondering, how to apply Color Street. Okay, and now how to apply Color Street is one thing, of course. But how to apply Color Street solids is another thing. I think when you start with the glitter set, they're so forgiving. I don't feel like you're really going to mess them up. I think about anybody can slap those on and be pretty successful. But I also feel like as simple as the packaging makes it sound, there are some tips and tricks to make your first times easier, to make them last longer, and to make you really fall for them the way the rest of us have. And I think the rest of us have tried a lot of different things to get to this point, right? Because for me, anytime somebody's like, oh, I tried them and don't like them, I think then you didn't try them right. Then probably something, you didn't do something you probably should have. So I'm hoping that I can help out with what you should have tried. And maybe you can try it the first time. Or maybe you can try it now and it's going to sell you. Okay, so tomorrow I am doing a live application in my group. I wonder if I have a picture of it I can show you guys. And so, but when I do it, I'm doing two different hands of it, meaning that on one hand it's going to use a certain color combination. On the other hand, it's going to use a different color combination. And my thought was that I should get a jump on the game and just at least get the base down, right? So that I don't have to do that live. So here it is. Here's what we're doing. And this is Mojave turquoise and solid black and some gold foil. But I thought this would also be super cool using the mustard from Breaking Plaid and then the plaid bits. And so like where it's Mojave, instead it would be plaid, and where it's black it would be mustard. But I know that people also want to see this Mojave set, So I'm going to do one on each hand. But in order to do that successfully, in my opinion, I should get these solids on now. So if you haven't joined a group over on Facebook, come on over. We're super fun. Everybody shows their inspirations, or their manis to give you inspiration, and lots of tips and tricks, etc. So what I have on my nails right now, because that's a key that I think not everybody knows about when they're starting, is having a base. So first things first, pushed my cuticles back. Got those looking good. And then whatever base coat you like, whatever base coat you got floating around your house, because more than likely you've got something. So throw that down, let it dry. Mine's dry. Right now, I have been spending the past couple months finding a way to no longer use nail polish remover, because it's hard on your nails, it's hard on your skin. It's probably hard on the planet because it stinks, so probably. And what I've come up with is I'm using the Aisle 21 Peel Off Base Coat and Nail Aid Quick Dry Glass Shine Top Coat over the top of it. If you're interested in learning more about my peel off techniques, there is a 2-part video showing how I pop them off and how I reapply them. And so far, I'm a couple months in and loving it. So in breaking plaid, we've got 6 nails, 6 whole nails. That's good. When I get my breaking plaid, I split the plaid into one package and the mustard into another package, because I love mustard, and this is the only time we've gotten it. So basically I'm building up a tiny hoard of just the mustard. The plaids, I've actually shared loads of those with friends. And then the other hand, I'm going to do Midnight in Manhattan, which just is a solid black cream. Both of these are cream, and I thought this would be a good thing to show because I know that people struggle with that, right? I mean, creams can be a struggle. Okay, so first things first is peeling off that plastic bit, because peeling it off later can be a real devil. So now I like to just move mine down, and basically I'm using this as an anchor, and we're going to, well, maybe we're going to line that right up and smooth it right over. Now here's the biggest help for you. See all those little baby wrinkles and ridges? This is a rubber cuticle pusher, and you can get them everywhere. They're, you know, Amazon, any I was gonna say drugstore, but literally any store that has a nail section is gonna have a rubber cuticle pusher for you. And that is the best smushing way to work out all your little bumps and ridges. And just like that, we have a beautiful solid mustard nail. And now Color Street is a 95% dry nail polish. When you open the package, you'll smell the nail polish, but it's 95% dry. So the longer it's sitting out in the air here, the more it is drying up. And I don't know if this little bit will fit my finger. This hand will be a bit tricky with the mustards, because those mustards don't come in every size, because some of the nails are done in plaid, some of the nails are done in the mustard. So I'm kind of having to, you know, make them work. But I also think it's a good way to show you guys how you can make things work. And so you can just fold it right over, use your thumb, press it right down, and it just like it perforates and breaks right off. And I leave those little foldy over bits for a bit because I want them, you know, because there is 5% more that has to dry. I want to give them the chance to dry, shrink up a little bit, do their business, right? So now I'm going to take this other little pinky bit and see that how I'm missing there. Now, I probably wouldn't really have to worry about it because I am going to be putting art bits and stuff over this, but just for the sake of showing it, I'm going to just cut a little hair off there and basically fill in the bit that I missed. And when it cures, when it sets up, you guys, you won't even, it will not be something that is bothering you. When you get your color straight, in the package there are your set of nails, there are one alcohol pad, and there's also a file. I don't use the alcohol pad, I just give my hands a good wash with dish soap before I do them, like Dawn dish soap. I don't use alcohol pad because I feel like it's pretty drying to my skin and to my nails, and I don't need to do that because I'm already changing my nails so much that I'm a little hard on them as is, you know, so I don't need to add to that, right? Okay, but if you feel like that alcohol pad's going to be beneficial, I know a lot of people do use it, feel free. Okay, and then we're going to do middle finger. Oh, this mustard is so good to me. Maybe not to everybody. I know not everybody was as over the moon with the mustard as I was, but there we go. And then we're going to take our little smusher, and you can see I have just a little bit over the edge there, and I'll work that out in a second. And I think I could have went a little lower on this, so kind of, let me grab my cuticle nip. The key is finding the happy medium, okay? Because you want them close to your cuticle, but not on your cuticles, because then they're just gonna lift. So I just used my little cuticle nips here to clean up my edge where I went over, and a good sharp pair of cuticle nips will be your best friend, along with this little smoosher. Teeny little wrinkle, work it right out. Okay, alright, so we've got 3 of them, and we're going to do my pointer. And again, I don't know that this mustard set is probably the very best representation because it doesn't actually have nails in every size, but you'll see when I do the black ones how it really will work for you. But it's okay. I think it's good too to know that they're pretty forgiving and you can do a lot of different things to make things work for you if it doesn't work right off the bat. And then I've got a teeny bit on the edge again, and you can leave your edge cleanup for when they've set up a little bit too, if you feel more comfortable doing that. I just usually clean mine up as I go. And then if you've got a little bit on your cuticle, again, the little nips will take great care of it for you. these babies up. So when you get your set, you're actually going to have 16 nail strips in there. And if you have spares left over, which you should, most people will have some spares left over, you can seal them back up and use them again a different day. But that is not Color Street's suggestion. They want you to use things, they want you to think of them as a one-time use, and they don't guarantee them after your first use. So keep that in mind. But honestly, even if you get one-time use and 1 or 2 accent nails out of it, it's better than one-time use and nothing, right? So I say give it a try if you're thinking, you know, I don't want to throw these away, because I agree, I don't want to throw them away either. And I'm going to show you how I seal mine in just a sec here. Today Willow and I scooped so much. We had 35 baby mollies we scooped out. Brought them to their new home at our little local fish store. Well, not super local, it was about an hour drive, but totally worth it. So dropped off about 35 molly babies that were a few months old, and about 15 or so snails. A few different kinds of snails. So the gal was happy. Willow was happy because she got to look through all the tanks, and they have, oh my gosh, they really do have a great variety. It's called Quality Aquatics. It's such a great variety of fish, fun variety of fish too, like you know, stuff you aren't normally gonna see because they have salt tanks there also, so that was fun. All right, now we're mustard. And I know the edges, the tips of these look crazy, you guys, and you might want to just file them right now. And if you do, do it. You know, you gotta do you, figure out what works for you. But if you can leave them, say, even for like 45 minutes, it will benefit you, because it will let them cure and shrink a little bit if they're gonna shrink. You know, do it now where it's eating up these underside bits, instead of filing and then it cures and shrinks and like your tips stick out a little. You'd rather not have that, right? So there, I've got 2 mustards left here, and I'm just using the very same packaging that they came in, putting them back in there. Now normally I would never have let my strips sit out this long, but for the sake of showing you guys, I just left them sitting there. Normally I take out what I need and then seal up what I don't right away. And so this is a mini flat iron. There's a little on-off switch in there. I already have it turned on, but it's very small, like the size of my hand. There's a million different mini flat irons on, you know, Amazon, whatever. Heck, you can stop at Walmart or Target and get one. And then it just takes a quick sec and you're all sealed back in. And now those should be good, you know, for quite a while, as long as you're keeping them I don't want to say temperature controlled, because don't feel like you have to get crazy about it, but you do want to keep them you don't want them getting blazing hot, but you know, I won't say you don't want to freeze them, because a lot of people actually store their leftovers in the freezer. I never have, but I do know that it works. But then when you do that, you've got to take them out and get them warmed back up again, you know, to use them. So, all right, so here's a strip. I know that this is my thumb, and that this is my middle, and this can do my, well, probably this one can do my ring finger and my pointer finger, and that one will do my pinky. And so then I take these little bits I have left, stack them up nice and small because I'm trying to keep the air off them. And I just figure if I put them in a nice little stack like that, it's just going to be less space for air to be floating around. And then again, hit them with my little guy, and they're sealed in nice and tight, and then that shuts off in the middle for me. And don't burn your arm on it, because that is what I do all the time on mine. So there we go. And then these I will store in little trading card pages that I have that go in a 3-ring binder, and they'll be ready for next time. And then this spare bit, you can save this if you want and store little bits and pieces, you know, whatever you have left. Because if you get crazy and love Color Street, trust me, it'll happen. It'll happen. Right now you're like, why would I save these? But it'll happen. Okay, so now we're going to do our thumb last because we like to use those as our tools. So we're going to start out with our pinky, take the plastic off. Midnight Manhattan is a solid black. It's a beautiful, beautiful black, I think. I mean, come on. How nice is that? I just got a little bit of edge clean up there. Not much. How else could you? I mean, you can't do that with polish. You can't do it. You just can't. Now, I'm going to use this one, which I know will work for 2 fingers for me. And if you feel nervous about working on 2 fingers at once with one strip when you're starting, then don't do it. You know, you've got to do what works for you. So if you want to do 1 strip, 1 finger, then do it. You got to do what works for you, you guys. Oh, gosh. I mean, this is just so good on its very own. Like, I'll almost be a little sad tomorrow when I'm adding art to this. Oh. It's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. One little teeny ridge there that I can smooth out, hopefully. A little teeny bit of edge cleanup, but not a lot. Can just fold it right under, let it cure up a bit. There we go. Alright, and then this middle finger is a little bit flat, like a little bit square nail bed, so is my thumb. So for that, I find if I just trim a teeny bit of the rounded bit off, it'll help it fit better into my square bed. So I don't have little bits of nail peeking out where, you know, where the strip thinks it should be rounded, but I'm not rounded there. That's pretty. I know I keep saying it, but you guys, look at it. I mean, it's just like so. Is black classic? I mean, I want to feel like it is. It should be if it isn't. It's just so good. I'll have a little bit of edge cleanup there, but I mean, if you've ever used black polish, come on. You aren't cleaning up black polish like this without getting your edges done. Without getting your edges all black polished. So there's that. A little bit more edge cleanup, but don't worry, it'll clean up easy breezy. And then thumb, again, very square nail bed. So I'm just taking off a bit of that rounded bit so that it'll kind of cuddle right into my base of my thumb. And I'm starting at the edge, just kind of lining the base up the best I can. And then I'll draw it right across. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, look at it. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, it really is. Really is beautiful. You really could just leave these like this, you guys. And for tonight, I am going to leave them like this, but tomorrow we're going to make them extra fancy. And now, I normally would top coat these for sure. If you want them to last, you want to top coat them, especially when you're using a nice solid creamy set like this. You know, if you want them to last, you better top coat them. But because I'm going to be adding a lot to these tomorrow, I'm going to leave them as is. It's beautiful, although I love the mustard too. They're both going to be pretty when they get the art on them. So if you are looking for a super fun nail addict environment, join us on Facebook. We have a lot of fun there. And if you're wanting to watch the live tomorrow, which is January 14th, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific. Come on over. It'll be very, very fun. Very entertaining, I'm sure of it. You can chat and interact and ask questions, all the good stuff. So there we go. We're black and yellow, ready for tomorrow. Short of edge cleanup. Have a great night, you guys. Chat you soon.